Hello everybody, this is Dakian, welcoming you to 2016, January the 4th of 2016, to be more precise. My first regular Monday update. I know I've already put out 2 videos this year, but this is my first regularly scheduled one, so I thought that was worth mentioning. I have not painted terribly much since the end of the year video. From the painting queue, the ones that were knocking around, I've only finished these 3 models. These are 3 female thieves from Fenrir Miniatures, which I'm not sure if it's focused. I kind of didn't have a terrible lot of inspiration, so I painted them all the same. I painted the same colors for the skin and the clothing. I just varied the hair and the cloaks for the ones who had cloaks. Let's turn them around. And I quite like these. They were really well sculpted, and the one thing that did annoy me was the mold lines. I mentioned this when cleaning them up. And when painting the hair especially, I realized I hadn't been able to get the mold lines out of the hair completely. They each have a mold line running right across the top of the head. You probably can't see it. I hope you can't see it. I mean, I can't see it with the naked eye at arm's length. I need my magnifying glasses to see it, but I know it's there, and it was annoying because otherwise the hair was so very, very nicely sculpted on these. Very, very well detailed, and really a joy to paint, apart from that fly in the ointment, the mold line. Yeah. But that's all from the old holdovers that were done. The rest of the stuff that's gotten done has been on my New Year's project, so let's cut to that, shall we? You know, by the way, here's a revelation I've had. Never start something unless you know how you want to finish it. See, that's the mistake I made with both of these figures. I just thought, hey, these are just lying around and they don't belong anywhere. I might as well paint them up to get them out of my hair. But I never had a clear image of in my mind of how I wanted them to look. I just started splashing some random paint. I got an idea for the lizard this guy was riding on, to make him look sort of bluish green, and that's pretty much done. It's just some detailing left. But for the rider, I haven't got a clue what I want him to look like. And same thing with this demoness here. I've started painting her robe a little bit. Just splashed some dark brown paint on there. I didn't know, and then I just stopped. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take these 2 off the table. I'm going to put them away in a box and just take them out of the painting queue and forget about them for the time being. I might come back to them sometime in the future. I might not. But as they are, they're just blocking me. They're just sort of draining my energy. They make me feel negative, think negative thoughts about sitting down at the painting table because they're staring at me from it. So, yeah, long story short, removing this psychic block from my life right now. Well, it took me that long to realize it. And here we see the first unit completed of the Kingdom of Chaos army. It is a unit of, well, what I would call in Kings of War terms, they're foot guard with it added 2-handed weapons. Most of them have greatswords. There's a few with 2-handed axes. As you can see here, I'll show them from both angles. Like so. There's three different sculpts among these 12. Now, good things and bad things about the miniatures. The good things are The sculpts are really, really nice. They're all by Bob Charette, all in this entire line, and he's very talented. The molding is top-notch. The quality control at Valparta back in the day was apparently top of the line, because there is almost no mold lines or flashing that has to be removed. The only negative I have to say about them is these particular guys with the axis. The hafts of the axis, just where they meet the hand here, are pretty weak. They tend to bend easily. One of them snapped off and had to be sort of glued on in a jury-rigged fashion. Oh, see? It broke again. It's this one. It's pretty hopeless. Just handling it, I'm going to break it again. There's no way to put a pin in there, and just super glue is never going to hold it. Well. What can you do? What can you do? Well, the only thing I can do is when if I eventually expand this unit and buy more minis, I'm not going to buy any more of these guys. I'll just buy more swordsmen, and there's another type of axeman I can add. But that's how they look. I try to make them look, I don't know. I don't know if I managed to make them look evil. I mean, the spikes on their armor and the like should say evil. But I tried to make the color choices kind of chaotic, but I don't know if I succeeded there. Oh, moving on. This is the next unit in line. These 8 crossbowmen. As you can see, I primed them a light gray. And I've started by giving a base coat to the basis of just a dark brown, just to provide a foundation, so to speak. The next step is to start working on the armor. I'll black out everything that's going to be metal, and then paint the metal, and then fill in the few non-metallic details. And after I'm done with these, I have some more here in various stages of prep. These are ready to be primed soon. These are the one-hander foot guard, heavily armored infantry. And over here we have some archers, some bowmen. Still a fair amount of armor on them. They need some more glue on to settle the grit on the basis. And as you saw when I showed you all the blister packs, there's a lot more to come after those. So what happened there? My numbers took a huge dive immediately. Well, it's because I entered the numbers for quite a lot of stuff that arrived now that was ordered in December. Almost half of it is, in fact, Malifaux. And you're seeing a little bit of it here. I put in... Word Games has a promotion every Black Friday where you can get a lot of stuff. It's not cheaper than normal, but you can get stuff that you wouldn't normally be able to buy, like limited edition models and pre-release models. And this year I got mostly a bunch of limited stuff because I'd never been in on one of those promotions before. I didn't have any of the limited models, and quite a few of them I actually wanted very badly. Not going to show you those. These 2 packs are the only ones that I pre-ordered because they fit very well with my crews. Bayou Gators are good for Zoraida when used with McTavish, and the Guild Hounds, being beasts, can go with Marcus. And, well, what the heck. Since these are, in fact, pre-released, you can't buy these yet in ordinary retail chains. Why not do a little bit of an unboxing? Let's start with these Gators, and as always, oh, I was gonna say, they've changed things around. Usually the foam is separate. Packing foam. And they put the the cards in a little Ziploc bag instead of a throwaway plastic shrink wrap. Interesting. And we have some 40mm bases. We have some whatever. This is what you want to see. These are the sprues. Interesting. Let's look down on these a little bit more, like that. So one of them actually has an integral whole base insert. Yeah. That you placed into the one that's buried in the water, so to speak. I was wondering how they would do that. The others are more like standing on at least semi-solid ground, and they are in quite a lot of pieces. And I haven't released instructions for these yet. There are no instructions in the box. There never is these days for Malifaux. You have to go to their site and download them. And I don't think they've put up the ones for these pre-release things yet. I'll have to go look. I mean, this body is simple enough, but what the heck? It's kind of fun, this one who's eating a goblin. I'm not sure how well, if that is the only connection point, if that seems a bit flimsy. That might be shaky. We'll have to see when we put them together. Oh well. As for the hounds, friends who have seen them have warned me about these, especially this dog here who's landing on one foreleg. Yeah, that's not gonna cut it. I mean, I can't just balance him on one leg like that. That's gonna break. That's not... Oh, so this is more normal packaging, where everything is kind of in its own bag, and this is just one sprue. Oh, let me see. Yeah. Okay, it's this guy here. Yeah. I think what I will have to do is build a base with some rock or wall or something that the dog is jumping down from, so I have an excuse to rest the hind legs on something. That will give it a bit more stability. Looking at what they're going to be like assembled, this one is no problem. He's standing on all feet, and this one is standing on all 4 feet. This one is standing on just on the hind legs, 2 hind legs. We'll have to see how well that works. But at least assembly doesn't seem difficult on these. It's mostly just 2 halves for each dog and some legs that are easy to figure out. It's much harder for the gators. Not sure if... Well, the main portions are simple enough. This body, I think, belongs on here, or is it... yeah, probably. And this forward part of the body belongs on this main body here, which is the one eating the gremlin. And here's the gremlin's torso, and here's some more head pieces that fit somewhere. I don't know. I'm not sure where all these tail pieces are going to be. This one seems complicated. I'm sure I can figure it out, though. Anyway, that was rough and ready unboxing of some stuff. And the reason I showed you these first is because they are what's next in line. Once I finish everything else that's on my table, the other Malifaux minis I have set up, still to finish, that I've showed you before, and the other random stuff that I'm working on. Once that's done, these two kits are next. But that's still a week or two out before I get started on them. But it was good to take a look at them. Anyway, I might put up an extra sort of midweek ramble this week if things progress with the Kingdom of Chaos as quickly as I think. It'll probably be a good idea to do a midweek update. We'll see. But whatever happens, I will see you then, whenever that is. And until then, I'm Dakian, and I'm signing off.